got to earn that playing time. You know, it's situations I've been in over the years. You've had some guys that, you know, you travel too deep at every spot. Maybe a swing guy, you know, might have 12 people. And sometimes guys have gotten to play without having to earn that right or gotten to go along on trips. And, you know, my saying is I don't like to have grocery eaters. You know, anybody can do that. You know, you got to earn your keep. It's a privilege to get to go and travel with the team and dress on Saturday. And we hope to make it even more so on the offensive line. You know, I don't want to carry people along just because they've been to practice out there. If they're not working hard, they don't know what's going on, you know, their heart's not in it, they don't need to be out there on Saturday.
So if I'm thinking that Thomas is going to be a guy that he's probably going to, if he doesn't earn a starting job, he's probably going to compete for regular playing time. Mason Cloy's going to be able to roll in at 3 positions.
Right, both of those guys will be competing for a starting job. I mean, you know, we don't have really anything set in stone because of the new offense, even though we ended spring practice with what we thought would be our starters, but things change over summer. Like, for example, Brandon, he's put on weight, gotten bigger, faster, stronger. You know, it's going to be interesting to see now if he wants to grab the bull by the horns or not. If he does, you know, competition makes us better.
Other than those 2 of the 5 starters coming out of spring, who would then be the next guy?
Well, that's a good question. Kalen Davis has done real well. You know, he's changed his body, and I think he can give us a factor. You know, David Smith will probably prepare to play both guard and tackle. Antoine McClain will probably prepare to play both guard and tackle just in case. Because right now our depth at right tackle is the least. You know, Landon Walker's pretty solid there as our starter, but you know, we got 2 young guys contending for that spot and trying to develop them, but I don't know if they'll be ready. I won't be able to answer that until after we get started. You know, they made progress during the spring, but they wasn't quite ready to go yet.
Robbie, has it been any transition for you? I mean, last year you were in charge of the program, and has this been a transition for you to kind of come back and be offensive line coach after getting a taste of what it was like to sit in the big chair?
It's been a lot more fun,
yeah.
I tell you that, a lot less headaches. But no, it was something I really enjoyed. You know, I've been I like to think I've been a loyal assistant for 30 some odd years. I'm scared to say the exact number because if I'm wrong, y'all might fire me for misquoting or something here. But I think I've been doing this about 36 years and loved every minute of it. And that was kind of sprung on me last year, and you know, I really appreciate the opportunity to have, you know, do it. And I enjoyed my time, but I really missed the coaching aspect of it. And I know, yeah, I bet if you ask Coach Swinney, that would be the one thing he misses the most is actually coaching a position. It's just something about it. And of course, it's been implanted in me for years. But sometimes if you're not careful, you get what you wish for. And, but I really enjoyed it, and you know, who knows, maybe one day do it again. But I'm extremely happy to be right here coaching the offensive line, and I kind of feel like that's my calling.
What do you feel is the biggest challenge facing this line this year? Is it the depth, like you said, or is there something else that you look at?
I think it is the depth, and you know, we want to establish an attitude. We've set some goals within our room, and you know, that's what we want to do, and it's going to take a tough mental approach to it, and you know, we want to get down and dirty.
You're aware of the criticisms, I guess, maybe the line of the last several years that maybe they've not been tough enough or physical enough. Is that something that's been discussed and mentioned that as one of the challenges?
No, that's not been anything discussed. You know, I've watched tape on them, and shoot, they were pretty darn good. I mean, you know, the public, you know, sometimes don't know what they're looking at, but I can't comment there. I know they're a good group, and I really think good things can happen for them. And I know one thing, if Ellington stayed healthy last year, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. That sucker's magic, pretty darn good. So, you know, we got to have some things like that, stay healthy, and it's pretty good.
Who do you think the leader of your group would be coming into the season? That's been one thing that's been cited this offseason that a lot of people have talked about. Maybe last year the leadership wasn't what it needed to be. Do you have any sense of maybe who that person would be right now?
Well, you know, the senior class is, from what I've been told, is better by far as leadership goes. Now, just personally looking at it, I had nothing to do with that, but I like the leaders on this team. In the offensive line, you know, Landon Walker stepped up, and he's taking the bull by the horn. Antoine McClain, you know, he's starting to speak more, and you know, his actions will lead. And of course, Dalton Freeman. We got several guys like that in the offensive line that has been very good for the group. You know, like I say, everything I've asked of them, it's just been something they ready to do, whatever. They hang on every word. You know, you better not tell them wrong, because they'll do it. You know, and I really like their attitude so far. We only got a couple of guys that are going to have a little attitude adjustment, but you know, that's going to come.